Welcome back to the channel. Today we're picking up where we last left off with the third game in the main movie series, which is Transformers: Dark of the Moon. I'm personally super excited for this one since the movie was probably my favorite out of all of them. Feel free to watch the story recaps I've done on the other two games if you want to be caught up, but with my yap session out of the way, let's get straight into it. 3 years have passed since the dust settled after the massive battle in Egypt. While the human leaders of the world believe the Decepticons have been wiped out or chased off the planet, the Autobots know better. Optimus Prime and the military task force Nest have remained on high alert, hunting down hidden Decepticon cells that are still lurking in the shadows. This is the story of Transformers: Dark of the Moon, the 2011 game by High Moon Studios that serves as the official prequel to the third film. It explains how the Decepticons managed to turn the tide while hiding in plain sight and introduces the most feared assassin in their history, Shockwave. To fight this hidden war, the Autobots use a new technology called Stealth Force, a hybrid state developed by Wheeljack that allows them to use their full weapon systems while remaining in vehicle mode, keeping their true nature a secret from the public. The story begins in the dense jungles of South America. Nest has picked up a strange jamming signal that is intercepting their communications. The Autobot scout Bumblebee is sent in to investigate a hidden Soviet-era relay station. Navigating through ancient ruins and jungle paths, Bumblebee uses the Stealth Force mechanic to shred through Decepticon patrols without fully transforming. His goal is to plant a tracking virus into the Decepticon transmitter. After a fierce battle where he successfully uploads the virus, Bumblebee is nearly cornered, but Optimus Prime and Sideswipe arrive just in time to provide heavy fire support and extract him. This mission is a huge win for the Autobots, as the virus now allows them to listen to every single Decepticon transmission across the globe. That intelligence leads the Autobots straight to Detroit, Michigan, which has become a war zone. A Decepticon cell led by the surviving Constructicon Mixmaster is launching a massive assault on an industrial park. Ironhide is deployed to clear the city and rescue Ratchet, who has been pinned down by enemy fire. As the Autobots' weapons specialist, Ironhide tears through the city streets, taking down heavy Decepticon enforcers and titans. The mission culminates in a showdown at a construction site where Mixmaster uses an advanced energy shield to stay protected. To win, Ironhide uses an experimental, heavy iron rifle provided by Wheeljack to shatter the shield and finish Mixmaster with a point-blank headshot. The Detroit cell is defeated, but the Autobots realize this battle was just a loud distraction to hide something much bigger happening elsewhere. While Ironhide was fighting in Detroit, the Autobot Mirage, also known as Dino, is sent to the jungles of Central America to find a missing Sideswipe. This mission changes the pace, focusing on stealth and active camouflage. Mirage is ambushed by Starscream early on and thrown into a deep ravine, damaging his transformation systems. You have to sneak past Decepticon patrols and use cloaking tech to survive. Mirage eventually finds Sideswipe and discovers a massive secret. Ancient Mayan ruins were actually built on top of a prehistoric Cybertronian spaceport. Starscream is already there, preparing to launch a spacecraft into orbit. Although Mirage and Sideswipe manage to fight off Starscream in a boss battle on top of the temple, they are too late to stop the launch. The ship carries vital orbital components for Operation Pillar, marking a major strategic victory for Megatron. The perspective then shifts to the Decepticons. Megatron realizes that the Autobots have bugged their communications and orders Soundwave to land on a Pacific island. Hidden inside an active volcano is an old Sector 7 data archive containing secrets about a 1960s lunar crash. Soundwave uses his minion Laserbeak to perform a high-stakes infiltration. In a unique sequence, you control Laserbeak as he flies through ventilation shafts and office complexes to scan human hard drives and steal data on mech-tech weaponry. Once the data is secured, Soundwave triggers a volcanic eruption to bury the base and the Autobot surveillance team inside. The Decepticons escape with the knowledge they need to find the remaining space bridge pillars. The war moves to the mountains of Nepal. The Autobots are trying to move their remaining mech-tech weapons using the massive transport plane Stratosphere. Starscream is sent to intercept the shipment. In a high-speed aerial battle, Starscream hunts down and kills the Aerialbots, Air Raid, Silverbolt, and Breakaway right in the middle of the sky. He then boards Stratosphere, wipes out the guards, and steals a powerful boomstick weapon from Megatron. To make sure nothing is left behind, Starscream detonates the explosives on board, sending the giant Autobot plane crashing into the snowy peaks. However, Starscream's arrogance blinds him to the fact that the Autobots let him take the weapon on purpose. They planted a tracker on it, and it leads them directly to Megatron's main stronghold in Siberia. The final showdown takes place in a frozen Soviet missile silo. We take control of a battle-scarred Megatron who is scanning an old Mack truck to hide from Nest. Megatron is desperate to reach his ultimate asset, Shockwave, who has been frozen in cryostasis for decades. As Megatron, you fight through a massive Autobot and Nest invasion force that has tracked you to the base. During the assault, Megatron encounters the veteran Autobot tank, Warpath. In a brutal display of power, Megatron executes Warpath and moves toward the cryochamber. He eventually faces Optimus Prime at the entrance. In a rare defeat for the hero, Megatron overpowers Optimus and kicks him into a deep pit where Shockwave is being thawed, escaping just as the base begins to collapse. In the final chapter, you return to the role of Optimus Prime, who must survive the awakening of Shockwave and his massive, worm-like pet, the Driller. The silo becomes a freezing death trap as Shockwave uses his arm cannon and the Driller's subterranean strikes to hunt you down. Using a jetpack and shoulder-mounted rockets, Optimus manages to strike Shockwave's power core, which had become unstable during the thawing process. Before Optimus can land a finishing blow, the Driller grabs Shockwave and pulls him into the safety of the Earth, where they vanish. Optimus realizes that while they held the base, the most dangerous assassin in history is now free. The game ends in Namibia, South Africa, mirroring the start of the third movie. Megatron meets with Starscream, Soundwave, and a fully functional Shockwave to finalize their plan. Their orbital components are in place, they have the data on the moon crash, and they have their assassin. Megatron gives Shockwave his first assignment. Travel to the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine to retrieve an ancient fuel cell from the Ark. This sets the stage perfectly for the movie, explaining why the Autobots were lured to Chernobyl and how the Decepticons had been winning the Cold War for 3 years while the world felt safe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.